Cherophobia. Do you suffer from cherophobia? I know I do. I never knew what it was, but now that I have the word to put into it, this is crazy, right? Everything has a terminology, right? Cherophobia. Do you suffer from this? I do. I do. This is a real thing. Cherophobia is an irrational fear or aversion to being happy. An irrational fear or aversion to being happy. How many of you guys have self-sabotaged yourself for years and you couldn't figure out why? You did all the shadow work, all the mirror work, right? You got good people around you, and yet for some odd reason you just refuse to, do what makes you happy. Where individuals often avoid positive experiences, fun activities, or joy due to an underlying belief that will lead to bad or tragic consequences. Self-sabotage, avoiding joy, feeling that happiness makes you a bad person, or emotional numbness. It is not officially recognized in the DSM-5 as a disorder, but is treated similar to anxiety, often through therapy and in severe cases, medication. Okay, derived from the Greek word chero, to rejoice. It is the fear of happiness. Okay, it is not simply being sad. It is an active avoidance of joy. Now, for me, I it's like if shit is going too well, it's like it's going too good. Let me go ahead and get ready for the BS. Instead of me enjoying the moment and living in that moment, I end up saying, where's the BS? Who's gonna pull the rug up from under me? And it prevents me from enjoying a good moment. Okay. Not that I self-sabotage, but I curtail the happiness. I'm just like, nah, it's going too good. It's going too good. I get nervous when things go well, right? I'll take my marriage, like these last, shit's been so good. It's just like, I can't let my guard down. Can't let my guard down. Right? Past experiences may cause individuals to associate happiness with later pain. Thoughts that being happy makes one a bad person, or that bad things follow good times. This is me. Bad things follow good times. This is me to a T. Okay. A need to maintain control, fearing that unexpected joy might lead to negative consequences. Discomfort or anxiety when experiencing happiness. Deliberately avoiding positive events, sabotaging and rejecting help or opportunities. Guilt associated with feeling good. This is a lot of people out here like this. They just didn't know what the term was. Okay? Do you suffer from cherophobia?
Accepting that things can simply turn out good for you can be a difficult task, especially if you have a lot of cultural and psychological baggage in the way. Some seemingly simple and small things could interfere in our path to guilt-free happiness. Nowadays, the pressure of being happy or getting away with a good opportunity is enormous. To better understand what happens in our brain during a happy event and how we sabotage ourselves during the acceptance of a fortunate event, we talked with PhD Christine Bacho and got a few answers for these unsettling questions. According to one of your articles, people tend to associate guilt with certain pleasant events, but they can develop certain habits to maintain a positive mindset. You said being happy for the sake of others rather than for ourselves can break a cycle of anxiety and unhappiness. Could the feeling of empathy be associated with guilt-free happiness and create awareness within a community?
People may associate guilt with certain pleasant events because they feel it's unfair or inappropriate for them to be happy when others are suffering. When a loved one is battling a critical illness or has died in a tragic way, we may think being happy would be a sign of disloyalty. In a loving relationship, it's important to share your feelings and experiences, so we yearn to experience what they're experiencing in an effort to
that's deep. That's deep. Wow. Okay.
them beside us, even if it means sacrificing our own happiness. However, in a healthy relationship, each person wants the other to be content, so letting ourselves be happy is what a loved one would wish for. We may desire to suffer in their place, but of course that's not possible, so our role is to help them cope and bring happiness to them. By being happy for others and understanding the real value of joy, we can break the cycle of negative emotions. Happiness is more than a solitary experience, it's contagious, and feeling empathy for others allows to help them move beyond their difficulties.
Why do people tend to abandon logic when undergoing changes in life? Are emotions generally a bigger decision maker for us?
Emotions are regulated by different dynamics and different brain mechanisms. While logical thinking follow rules and lead to productive conclusions, emotion can influence our decision for better or for worse. Even when we believe their choices are based on logic, oftentimes those choices are also affected by emotional bias, because emotional attachment governs preference and perceived importance. Also, many people believe that life choices shouldn't be decided purely on logic. Take, for example, marriage. Most would prefer to choose their partners using their emotions rather than using utilitarian logic.
How can optimistic and joyful people directly influence those suffering from depression or anxiety?
Being optimistic allows a person to see a wider variety of options and recognizes more opportunities for growth, success, and increasing the chances of feeling happy. Being open to new experiences can help overcome the sense of helplessness that stems from depression and anxiety.
Okay. So let's go here. So they changed the term.
So to talk about the fear of letting go and fear of being happy, this was a huge thing for me my whole adult life. And then it's not to say I was I'm a finished product, I'm great, but there were so many things that I'd let go of and felt like I was finally getting over in a really, really tangible way. And I just felt so excited about it. I was living in LA at the time, but I did this trip. I was going out east to do clubs in Ottawa and Toronto, but first I stopped here. I got booked on Comedy Central and passed at Gotham in that one night. It was cool. I did a show with Jim Gaffigan and Seinfeld. And then the next day I got passed at the Cellar, went and did these amazing clubs these 2 weeks, came back, did some Cellar spots, was set to do the Comedy Central thing. And I'm just, for the first time in my career as a comic, I remember talking to my wife, I'm this was the right decision. It's all working out. And then the day before Comedy Central, I got the news that my brother died.
Damn.
And it was my brain was I told you, this is what happens when you let your guard down. You can't be happy because
oh my God, that's me. Yes, can't let the guard down. Oh my God, yes. Holy shit.
This is what's going to happen. And while I knew, I was well, that's not the truth. When it's being presented to you that way after literal decades of that being how the neural pathways are firing, I was just you gotta be fucking kidding me.
Wow. Damn it. Yeah, that's me all day. Holy fucking cow.
के बीच में अचानक ऐसा लगा है सब कुछ बहुत
Okay, ma'am, you're speaking in your language. I can't in your language. Okay. Let's do this.
Do you have happiness anxiety? I've discovered in my work with clients that a fear of happiness is very common, yet rarely acknowledged and addressed. The fear of happiness is the anxiety you feel when something good happens in your life, whether it's a success, an accomplished goal, a dream coming true, a heart's desire, or an answered prayer. So the fear of happiness is that the good thing will be taken away or that something bad is going to happen. A fear of happiness typically comes from our childhood, where we experience broken promises, trauma, and abuse, or you grew up in a home that was unpredictable, which creates this notion of waiting for the other shoe to drop.
Now, I didn't grow up like that. My childhood was pretty fucking awesome. I got everything I wanted. And I had both my parents, still do. But I do have this thing of waiting for the other shoe to drop. And I do that with people as well. I've done that with a lot of women. A lot of women. I would just be like, yeah, okay, just waiting for you to show me your true colors, or, and oh man, I got that really, really bad. Really, really bad.
Fearing happiness is often our unconscious mind trying to protect us from future pain and disappointment. So whatever your happy thing is right now, make the choice to be happy and don't let fear steal your joy.
Okay, Holy cow. Wow. When the universe speaks, man, you better listen.